Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Ollie Pierce. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I make weekly content about men's lifestyles, so online dating, real-time dating, fashion, a bit of fitness as well, how to improve your life in all those areas, get way more dates and be a way sexier guy. So today we're going to be talking about online dating apps and the effect they're having on the average man and woman. So they're making women into egomaniacs and narcissistic monsters, and they're crushing the average guy and making him feel worthless and shit and unattractive and like he's never ever going to get laid in his life. So why is this? Let's delve a little bit deeper into this, right? So before I get going, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment. You know, we love the support. And also get your hands on our free Tinder opener PDF giveaway, bit of a mouthful, available free. The link to my website is in the description box. Enter your email and we'll send you that. Those openers work, Tinder giveaway. Right, so now back to the video. So of course I'm being a little bit extreme when I'm saying that all women are becoming like egomaniac monsters and all men are becoming pathetic, you know, weak life forms because of online dating, but there is a lot of truth in it. The truth is that your average guy is having a really bad experience online. It's making him feel unsexy, worthless, a bit shit about his life, and your average woman is having a great experience, is being bombarded with compliments and options and is feeling great and really good about herself. So, you know, that's not fair and it's not true as well. It's not real. So let's investigate today a little bit about how this whole weird new world which has popped up from social media and Tinder and Hinge and all that crap is skewing society and this new sort of sexual playing field we find ourselves in. But before I do so, let's hark back to the good old days. So, you know, I remember I used to go out, I'd put on my favourite shirt, my favourite jeans and a pair of old leather shoes, and I'd queue up and go in a bar, and I'd try it on with everything which moved, and I'd still get rejected by absolutely everything, right? It's always been hard, so be real. First things first, when we think of the past, don't think that there was some golden era before online dating where we all went and met loads of hot chicks. That never happened. Right? I was one of the more attractive members of my social group, and I still got blown out all the time by girls who were way less attractive than me. It happened all the damn time. I remember every time I'd go out on the weekends, I'd try on with everything which moved, and inevitably I would end up on the night bus on my own, drunk. Right? Usually I'd lost my wallet or my jacket or something. So that was life for a kid in London. My cameraman's my boy, he's laughing, he knows, he went through it as well. All right? So that was your average, like, sort of going out experience. So don't be thinking that the past or clubs and bars are any different. They're also brutally competitive. All the guys are on women like flies, and the women swap them away as well. So it's always been like that, is what I'm saying, and we've got to be real about this era, right? The truth is that what online dating has done has amplified this. We can be sitting in the same room as our buddy who's getting 100 million matches a day and loving life, and you're getting none and just being treated like a douchebag by average women, right? So that's directly saying you're on this scale and you're at the bottom of it and you suck. That's the difference between now and the past. It's always been hard, it's always been brutal, and your average guy has never done particularly well with women. Except now he gets a label, zero match label, loser label, no love label, no interest. He doesn't know how to do social media. His social media account is shit. His pictures are all shit. He can never take a good picture. It's just like, you know, he feels irrelevant in this world, and plus he's got this scale called Tinder and success on it of how hot he is. And that's what's really soul destroying and really crushing for your average guy. But you've got to be real, you know? It's always been a certain type of guy who gets girls, and it's a guy with value who gets girls. So if you want to get the chicks, be it now, be it online, or be it in the past, you have to work on yourself, buddy. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Value, all right? Not complaining, all right? That's going to do nothing for anybody. Sitting there like, oh, it's 2022, everything is so hard for me now. Oh, no, I'm not hot and I'm not sexy, my genetics are shit. Well, work on yourself then. You have to make that your own personal mission in life, and you can even the playing field. But we'll come back to that. So before I go on to cover the women's perspective in this new weird landscape of dating we find ourselves trapped in, right? Remember, it's a man's world. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, right? Women all over the earth have a much worse social experience than us and much worse social, you know, prospects than us. This is the one area of sex where they hold sway and where they have some power. So boys, stop feeling sorry for yourself and being like, oh, poor me, I'm a man. I'd hate to be a woman, it would suck. No, I mean, I don't mean it that way, I like being a man, but it's much easier being a man. So, you know, embrace that, work on yourself, make yourself better, and then you can attract some better women. Stop being a little bitch and watching videos on YouTube which say, oh, poor me, and joining men's movements which are saying, poor me. Work on yourself. So back to the women's perspective. So now, whereas men are finding themselves very worthless and no one wants them, your average woman, oh wow, what does she do? She alters her pictures a little bit on the apps, uses some filters, sticks her tits out, and boom, ding, 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 ding. The matches roll in, yeah, of good guys, hot guys, guys way beyond her, guys who spend hours in the gym, guys with money and careers and all this, and she's a shithead with no job, lives with her mum. And she's getting all these men of all this value. Ding, 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 that's her inbox, it's still going. Ding, 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 that's one inbox on Tinder. Ding, 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 there's another one on Bumble. Ding, 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 there's another one on Instagram. Men, 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 good men, bad men, fat men, short men, brown men, white men, black men, pink men, everything. The whole spectrum, all trying to get her. You know why? Because she's sticking her tits out. So she, from this, is like, wow, I've got all these options. I'm hot, I'm sexy, it's gratifying my ego. This is amazing. And these guys are actually good. So not only does she start to sort of totally discount the average guys or the below average guys, they don't get a chance, they don't get a look in, they're cannon fodder now. You know, they're not getting answered, no chance, right? She even starts to, you know, sort of think she's better than guys who are out of her league. And her ego becomes very deranged and over gratified, and suddenly she's finding herself in a situation where she thinks she's hot. She's getting this constant ego boost every day through her Tinder, through her Instagram, every day. Guys telling her she's hot, all trying to shag her. But that's what the truth is. They're trying to have sex with her. And that's where we move on, right? That it's sex that these men are trying to obtain, especially the high value ones. Now, the ones who actually would be thinking, oh, I might date her and have a relationship with her. She's quite hot and about my kind of level, and that'd be aspirational for me. No, hell no. You're way too ugly. You got no followers. You got no six pack. You got no money. Get out of here, boy. Those are the guys she should be speaking to. Get out of here. She's going straight for the boys at the top of the scale of her pool. Straight for the hot guys, the ones with value, the ones with the big character online, the big social medias. She goes straight for them because they want sex. They're the hottest guys, why would she not? Right? So she goes straight for them, and inevitably she ignores the average guys who would be good prospects because they're average guys. And average guys get nothing online nowadays. So all the average guys get swept away, and she has sex and has dates and messes around and little flings with man after man, hot guy after hot guy, who feeds her the same load of bullshit, gets her in bed, hit and run, moves on. Hit and run, moves on. Now, some average girls will experience this a little bit with the online dating apps, right? Okay, they tried a couple of male models, a few hot guys, he slept with me, moved on, and then they think, all right, I'll humble myself actually, I don't want to do that again. You know, those traits are obvious anyway in the guys, the way they're speaking to them. It's obvious what the guy wants, and then they go back to more average guys. And that's your more normal woman. And they go back to average guys looking for a partner, and a good guy who's not going to fuck them over. And that's like, you know, what an average girl does online, who's tried out the hot guys who are giving her all the attention. Okay, she doesn't want to get shagged, she doesn't want to be, you know, a cum bucket, she wants to move on and find a partner. She goes back to guys who are a bit more humble and a bit more real, right? Now, that's the average girl, but there's a sad whole layer opening up because of this deranged world we're in of unaverage girls acting in an unaverage way, often with unaverage jobs and identities, who don't understand this and continue just to shag hot guy after hot guy after hot guy after hot guy, get fucked over loads by those hot guys because it's not calibrating, those hot guys only want sex. So then they decide all men are bastards because the hot guys fucked them over, but they're also already discounting all the average guys, the ones they should be speaking to, right? Fuck him though, he's a loser, he's not hot enough, he's blah blah blah, he's just lame. That same weekend, back out for another date with a hot guy, he fucks her over. Her attitude gets worse and worse and worse and more toxic to men. She fucks over more men, right? And this is another kind of social media breed and character which is popping up. And these kind of girls are the ones who basically are destroying men. So indeed, the average girl goes back to more humble men, but she never goes back to really average dudes and to guys who haven't worked themselves. She's tasted, you know, she's tasted what can be obtained sexually. She's had dates with guys and knows what's out there online. She's got all these options in front of her, and quite simply, she doesn't go off of the male model type who she had, you know, the sexual experience with, the one night stand. She can't anyway, he doesn't want her. She's definitely not going to go back to the kind of guys who she would have met 20 years ago, 25 years ago at a university student night, or pissed down a local pub. Guys who made her laugh and who are fun. Their pictures are shit, they've got no social value, she doesn't know they're a joker, she doesn't get any of that ambiance they have in the flesh, and she simply thinks, ooh. And that's the average guy still. So she goes back to average guys, but average guys who have invested in themselves is what I mean here. Average guys who have worked on increasing their value, like I said earlier, are the ones she then returns to, having had those racy experiences, having had those more wild experiences. So that's basically the experience a lot of average to attractive girls are going to have. They're going to, you know, have flings or little things with the hot, high value guys who shell attention on them, and then they're going to think, you know what, I don't really want to be a hit and run prospect. I'm going to return to more normal guys, but never to the average guy, right? Those guys don't have a chance. It's always someone who's invested and is slightly aspirational. Once she's tasted, you know, what's golden, she's not going to return to something which is boring and drab. She's going to want somebody who has those kind of values themselves, all right, and who represents what she's tasted. So the average guy is gone. It's worth a little mention. There's also another breed of women which is popping up, and which is also enforced by social media, making women even more deranged and people even more deranged as well, which is the totally toxic female who her whole life, all she does is sleep with the high value men. She literally has a CV of needs. She only goes straight for guys with followers, six packs, money, all that crap. She's always horrible to those guys as well, even the guys she is sleeping with. And she's even more brutal to guys who are below. Some of them she uses financially or uses as an emotional punching bag, and your average guys as well have no chance. That's the most toxic woman, and she will go from high value male to high value male trying to get what she can get. And often she'll also be treated as a hit and run prospect, and she'll also have guys who sleep with her and then move on all the time because she's not very nice at the end of the day. She's toxic, she's got these toxic traits. So even though physically she could be on the level of a valuable man, they don't want her because she's horrible. So what she does is move on from guy to guy, getting more and more toxic because the guys she does want break her heart or move on or fuck her over. She doesn't understand or learn her lessons. She can't go for a lower, more humble option. So she keeps going with these guys, more and more skewed about this exchange of her beauty and value. And these are the women you have to really avoid. They're the really most toxic beings online. And most of them have got OnlyFans, all right, or work in that kind of industry. So that's the kind of woman who just doesn't get it, but they don't get sex anyway, and they don't get love, and they don't get romance in any way, that kind of woman, but avoid them like the plague. So that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your average girl though. So as I said, your average girl does get loads of ego boosts, and she overvalues herself from all the attention she's getting from random men who have more value than her, basically. And she starts to think, oh, if I can attract all these men, all these valuable men, I must have value. And even though she realizes that most of them only want sex, it doesn't stop them from coming. They come in their swaves, they're hitting her, ding, 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 here we go again, all over the place. So she can't help but feel that momentum of ego boosts. Even if she realizes they only want sex, it alters her state and her self-perception that all these super high value men want to have sex with her. Wow. Me. Why would it not make her feel better about herself? Even though she knows it's only sex for a lot of them, she still knows that she can command attention and power over men with high social value. So basically, she just becomes more brutal, much less accommodating of average guys, and she as well becomes much more scrutinate, and she as well begins to scrutinize all of the poor attributes of her dates way more as well. She's got this constant pool of valuable men, some of them too valuable, a lot of them trying, aspirational. The average guys get nothing. So she's going to be really brutal and really scrutinize every guy who's trying it on, and only the ones who are up there in the cream are going to get the date, end of. So 2022, that's just how it is. It's a tough world, but as I said, it's always been a tough world as attracting desirable women goes. it's like anything in life. If you want it and everybody else wants it, you're gonna have to work damn hard to get it, or have a lot of natural talent. So what can you do to even the playing field if you don't have that natural talent? You can work on yourself, right? Self-development. So the first thing is you can book a consultation with yours truly. Hit out the website. It's in the description box below, flashing up now, right? You can chat to me one-on-one and we can talk about your romantic journey. And of course, you can see some examples of the photo shoots that I do for guys and the styling ideas. I help guys with fashion, fitness, and photo shoots online and all elements of their romantic journey and their self-expression. You can check all that out and you can speak to me via my website there. But yeah, if you don't want my help and my input, what can you do? Work on your fashion. Get better clothes. Clothes make the man. You are what you wear. Go to the gym. Smash gym. How can you be more sexy? Go to the gym instantly. Bang! Look at them. Actually hurt. Got a strained arm. So anyway, showing off. Don't do it. You hurt your strained arm. But yeah, I go to the gym every damn day, right? Because I know that not only does it make me feel good about myself, it's going to get a lot of sexual attention, a lot of love on the dating apps. And while I was single, damn, the gym was religious. Religious, man. The better your body is, the better you're going to do on these dating apps, and the better you're going to do on your dates, and the more women you're going to get. So, first things, fashion, gym, and then 2, learn how to speak about yourself. Learn how to do a good Instagram. Learn how to present yourself. Right? So not only is it your virtual business card of Instagram, learn how to talk about your life, talk up your attributes, show off and have a bit of banter, and learn how to socialize better as well. And these things all together bring your value up and even the playing field. And of course, when we talk about evening the playing field, what's the first thing everybody can do is get better pictures. It makes sense, right? If your pictures have you reflecting the lifestyle, the looks, the style, the clothes of a high value man, that's what you become. So let's look at some of those high value men, pictures I took of my own clients, flashing up now. All right, there we go. All styling done by me. And it's all going to work. It's going to get a lot of positive attention and situate these guys in the upper realms of a cool man in society. And that's it, boys. So check those out. Be sure to hit me up if you would like to do a consultation. And remember, the value can be measured. It's literally measured by how many matches you get on apps like Tinder, and it can most definitely be improved if you do what I've said in this video. All right, so work on yourselves, get some new swag, work on that body, and get back out there and see what happens to your results on the online dating apps. I'm Ollie. It's been fun. You can see the hand. Peace.